Hey, how is everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. As you guys see by the title, we got some interesting reports breaking this morning from Jeremy Fowler from ESPN. He was pretty much saying Deshaun Watson is starting his team search. He was kind of evaluating which team would fit him best for his services, and the two teams that he said in the title were the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and, of course, our Minnesota Vikings, which is super exciting. There's a ton to talk about with the Vikings quarterback position and whether it's going to be an upgraded group or they're going to stick the same with Kirk Cousins. That's what we're going to be talking about in this video today. Let me know what you guys think down below. How excited would you be, 1 through 10, if the Vikings would actually, if you looked at your phone or you hopped on YouTube, you hopped on whatever social media and says breaking Vikings trade for Deshaun Watson, how excited would you be? Let me know down below. So the Vikings have been thrown around a lot with this Deshaun Watson kind of train that we have going on, and obviously he's got the civil cases that he needs to figure out, and obviously there's not much I can say on that. But if we're just saying if he's going to be there for next season and he puts all of that aside, we're just looking at it from there, from the quarterback, from on the football field perspective. Deshaun Watson is about a 10 times upgrade in comparison to Kirk Cousins. And I think Deshaun Watson is about the 7th or 8th best quarterback right now, maybe 5th or 6th in the league. And I think Kirk Cousins would probably be around the 12th to 15th range. And I think the gap between that is so huge. Honestly, I feel like people really forget how truly good Deshaun Watson is, because it has been a couple years. And, recency bias sets in. We just saw the huge Bills-Chiefs game between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. We've seen Kyler Murray run around, Joe Burrow lead a team to the Super Bowl. I feel like a lot of people have actually forgotten how important Deshaun Watson is, and also how clutch and how big time he is. The favorite quote that always sticks out to me when talking about Deshaun Watson is from Dabo Swinney in college, calling him the Michael Jordan of football. And Dabo Swinney, obviously that's his guy, that's his quarterback. He's gonna hype him up. But for use the words Michael Jordan, and he meant it in like the clutch aspect of MJ, because if you guys don't remember, the Clemson football team, when they went, and I think they won I think it was against Bama that year, Deshaun Watson, that game-winning touchdown with about 3 or 4 seconds left. I think it was the Hunter Renfrow. If I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the connection at Clemson. So he's been there. He's played in big-time games, just like Joe Burrow. In this postseason, we were always saying, like, these NFL stadiums, they're really nothing compared to the SEC stadiums that Burrow and Deshaun Watson were playing in college. And I'm probably going to make a video about this later, or later on in the week, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff or a lot of comments that saying, since Matt Stafford just won a Super Bowl, it shows that Kirk Cousins could go win a Super Bowl. I'm just going to say one thing. They are not that different of a quarterback, but Stafford has that dog in him, and that dog was shown on that game-winning drive when he threw that nasty no-look to Cooper Kupp in the Super Bowl. That's something in here. That's not arm talent that Stafford has more than Cousins. That's just him making a big-time play and taking a risk like that, but that's another talk for another day. The thing is, I know the answer to the question if the Vikings can win a Super Bowl with Deshaun Watson. The answer is yes, and it would be we could win right away next season. But the question, can Kirk Cousins win a Super Bowl, I think is still up for debate. I don't understand how people are just automatically saying, oh, since Stafford won a Super Bowl, that means Kirk can too. I think they're different players. I just think people look at them as white quarterbacks who have been stat padding their whole career on okay teams, and I think they're just kind of throwing them in together when they just play the game differently. Stafford's a more risk-taking quarterback. Cousins is more conservative, and that's why I just think in the NFL, aggressiveness wins all the time, whether it's play calling, in the draft, in free agency, whatever it may be. I think being aggressive wins, and the Rams are a perfect example of that. But Deshaun Watson, bringing him in next season, we would automatically be Super Bowl contenders. And the reason I'm saying that, normally I would disagree if a first-year quarterback coming to a team would automatically make them Super Bowl contenders. But if we look at the past 2 years, quarterbacks moving off their franchise to a team who has a loaded roster, young offense, or I guess Bruce Arians isn't really young, but an offensive-minded head coach with a ton of weapons. The Buccaneers with Brady, the Rams with Stafford, and the Vikings with Deshaun Watson. That's the trend right now. And obviously, would the Vikings go automatically win the Super Bowl next year if they got Deshaun? Who knows? Injuries, just the season, just everything. But I think our chances, I bet you our Super Bowl odds, and I bet you Vegas would know this too. If we got Deshaun and got rid of Kirk this week or whatever before the season, I bet you our Super Bowl odds, I think we're at like plus 4,000 right now going into next season. I bet you they cut in half. I bet you they're at least at 2,000, if not 1,500. And I bet you our odds to win the division are higher than the Packers if we would go get Deshaun Watson. I just think in today's NFL, it almost sucks how much the quarterback matters, but it does. And having a dual threat guy who's a playmaker, not just a quarterback, that's why a playmaker. And it's not just with his legs, because Deshaun Watson, he uses his legs as almost like a gift. He doesn't rely on his legs. If he needs to use them, he'll use them. If Deshaun Watson, listen, if he actually wants to come play for the Vikings, you go do that. You go whatever you need to do to pull this off, because it is so hard to get one of those guys in the league. It is so hard. It makes life so much easier. Go do it. This is a super interesting report that came out today, straight from Deshaun Watson's really camp of which teams he's looking at. Love it. Skol Vikes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Draft Prospect, everybody. Draft Prospect videos. Super high quality. I cannot wait to get them out to you guys. I got 5 guys who the Vikings could draft it. Anyways, Skol Vikes coming out later today, or no, tomorrow. Draft Prospect video. Keep an eye out for it. Skol Vikes. Thank you guys so much.